Hi folks, welcome to part 2 of project 2 for INF 1060 spreadsheet, and we are starting on page EX91. So at the tail end of the first part of the project, the how-to video, we finished the calculations aspect. Well, the second part of the video is we're going to actually format the document so that it looks the way it's supposed to look when you submit it. So again, starting on page EX91, halfway through on the page, we're starting at to change the workbook theme. So our first step is we have to click Page Layout, Themes, and the textbook wants us to pick Basis. It's right here. So we just click Basis, and right there it changed the font right away. But we then have to make some adjustments. So the first thing we want to do is select the range A1 to J1, and we're going to merge center. We're going to put it right in the middle, and we're going to do the same thing with the salary report. We're just going to move everything over there. Remember, merge center, select it all. It moves over. Select the range to contain the title cells A1 and A2, and click the styles button. So we're going to select both, and we're going to click the Home tab Styles group. So Home, Styles group. Bring that down, and we're going to be selecting the title cell style. So right there, title cell style. Give that a click, and we want to put it to 16, so we want to decrease the size once, and we merge it to the center, and we want to fill green, this one. There we go. So once we unclick everything, you'll notice that at the bottom of EX93 slash, my mistake, we want to keep it at the we don't actually want the text changed, we want the fill to change. There we go. So it's this bucket, not the text. Now, we then want to do borders, and we want to still have this done. We're going to click borders, and we're going to do a thick border. So we're adding a border around the top there. And that brings us to the end of page EX94. And then we need to select ranges A3 to J3. So A3 to J3. And we're going to use the cell style gallery to apply the heading 3 cell style. So heading 3 cell style. And that changed it just like that. And then we're going to tap or click the center home button alignment group to center the column headings. So we're still going to have that. And we're going to click the home tab alignment group, and we're going to center the content. Then we're going to apply the total cell style to the range A13 to J13. So A13 to J13. We are going to do total cell style. So total cell style. So you're adding those lines. And then you're going to bold the range A14 to A16. So A14 to 16. We bold with the screen there. There we go. That brings us to the end of page EX95. Then we're going to format the dates. So select the range to contain the new date format, cells J4 to J12. So J4 to J12. Then we're going to tap or click the format cells. I right-clicked on it, and I'm clicking Format Cells. Then I'm clicking Number. We need to click Date, and we want it to be 3/14/12. So 3/14/12, and we're going to click OK, and notice it just adjusted. Instead of being 2010 or 2010, now it's just 10. Red box or red number 3 on page EX96 wants us to select column E4 and they want us to center this section. On page EX97, we need to select the range to contain the accounting number format cells D4 through G4. So D4 through G4. We need to hold the control button. We're going to click I4 and we're going to click E13 to G13, so E13 to G13, and I13 again. We're going to do the accounting number format. Home, number group, home, the accounting number format with fixed dollar signs. Okay, there we go. So we added in all the dollar signs in the places that we need them to be. Now we need to select these ranges, D5 to G12 and I5 and I12. That's at the bottom of EX97. And we're going to give this the comma style number group. So that means we can click right here, the comma style number group. And that changes that accordingly. We're then going to select C4 to C16, so all the way down there. And we're going to select the range to contain the comma styles. This is the comma style. Perfect. At the bottom part of EX98, we're applying a currency style format with a floating dollar sign. So we're going to select the ranges D14 to G16. So D14 to G16. And we are going to right click, format cells, currency. We want to do this third option. Decimal places 2, and then click OK. So it rounds our decimal places off. And you'll notice that it's been applied accordingly. And I forgot to select this section. We'll have to do that part as well. Format cells, currency, that one there, bang. Now it looks the same as from the textbook on page EX99. And your tax percentage, you're going to highlight the whole thing. Percent style button, the home tab number group. We're going to click the percent, and you're going to change it to percentages. Go back to give us our decimals. If we format these cells and we go to percentage, we can say the 2 decimal places. You have to do the right click way so that otherwise it'll just round it to the nearest percentage. Conditional formatting, page EX100. You want to highlight C4 to C12, so C4 to C12. And then we are going to do conditional formatting. We're going to say new rule. And we're going to have cell value. Format only cells that contains cell value greater than 70 format. And then we're going to click automatic. Desired color is going to be red or brown, I guess. And okay. I'm going to do the fill of that color, and the font is going to be white. I reverse that. So that's what it should look like. Then we're going to click OK. And there you have it. It automatically highlighted certain individuals that worked over a certain amount of hours for that period of time. The top of page EX103 is an explanation of how we can do relational or conditional formatting. And then we want to change the column, row, and height. So if we just select it all by that arrow, then we can double click the line and then double click the line. That puts everything out centered in the middle. It looks beautiful like that. Then we can look at arranging it ourselves, which is what it's showing you how to do here, and pointing things in together. I find it easier to just double click one line and it'll do it for you once you are doing that kind of stuff. To change the row height, it's exactly the same. You can just double click and then double click when your arrow becomes that way. It'll automatically adjust it for you. The textbook recommends once you've adjusted yours to give it a save. So again, just click that icon up there. If we're going to do the review tab, you can do spell check. Yes, you want to check that out. HyperMass, well, they want it to be one word. So we're going to ignore that one. Ignore him. That's a name. We're fine. So now we are going to actually insert a header. So we're going to have to select Insert under Page Layout, Margins, Narrow, and then we are going to if we do the view for page layout, we can click to add the header, and we add John Simon, Chief Financial Officer, and that brings us to the end of page EX11. And they want you to change the orientation. So that means you're going to go back to home. And then page layout, sorry, we have to get out of the header section first. So page layout, orientation, landscape, so that it all fits on one page. And then you're going to hit save again. And that brings you to the end of the document that you will be submitting. The rest of the chapter is printing options information, but because this is a distance class, you put this document into the Moodle assignment section on the Project 2 area for the INF 1060 course, and you are done the second of 3 projects for this 1 credit assignment. Again, if you have any questions, give me a call, send me an email. I'm here to help, and I will see you for the first project lesson in INF 1070 digital presentation. Have a good day.